Alright, Book needs to be drug tested before his next game against the Pels. 58, then back-to-back 52s in his last 3 of this matchup is just absurd, and this was basically deja vu. I'm just surprised the Pels were a little loose on him early, knowing how bad he torched them in the past, and he ended up with half of the Suns' points in the first half. But the big difference in this one was the way he was scoring, and a lot of his shots came within the flow of the offense, as opposed to him being in kill mode. They were running actions to get him to his spots, he was eating off the others creating for him, and it was on very limited dribbles. Then when he did draw 2, he still made the right pass to keep the offense in a good rhythm, and he might have forced 2 to 3 shots at most. But to the Pels' credit, they got back into the game in the third, and it all started with their defense. Their pressure picked up, they went into a zone to take away screening actions, and just started getting a lot of pickoffs. All those stops or steals turned to pace or runouts, and they just lived in the paint the entire quarter. The Suns had a classic case of turnovers, got real stagnant, and instead of exploiting the middle of the zone, they just tried to force P&Rs that weren't there. It turned into hot potato or iso ball, and they never got into a rhythm the entire second half. But to their credit, they never folded the entire time and showed a lot of resilience for once. They cleaned up their turnovers in the fourth, and more importantly, they were crashing the O-boards or getting to the line throughout. Those just slowed the game down, kept the control on their side, and a lot of that was just Nurk being relentless on the glass all night. His effort just carried over to the others, and this one was all off effort. They were able to create a lot of something out of nothing, and that was just enough for Book and Beal to come around down the wire. When shots stopped falling in the past, they would get deflated, and their effort would start to decrease as a consequence. But in this one, it never did, and these are the type of games they need to win if they want to make a deep run. Just watch the tape.
As Bradley Beal, icing on the cake.